Good evening, Quake fans. This is Greet Scotsman with QuakeLive.tv, and we've huddled inside our virtual bomb shelters for this broadcast because tonight is Fragmageddon. To our knowledge, this will be the first streamed South American league since Quake Live went beta. I'm very proud and happy that QLTV will be the place for you guys to get to see it. Tonight's mayhem will be Clan Arena, featuring the quarterfinals of the Fragmageddon League over at getquake.com. We'll be seeing the number 2 QET versus the number 3 RKM first. They'll be duking it out in a best of 3 contest. And then directly afterwards, we're getting some info that we're going to be able to bring you the second matchup back-to-back, guys. So basically, if you are here, you're in the right seat. To add to the momentum of this event, I've been joined by none other than the man himself, djWHEAT, who along with his Live on 3 crew and a partnership with Quad V, brought you the QuakeCon 2009 Masters Tourney back in August. So welcome to the QLTV Virtual Studios, Wheat. How are you?
What's up, dude? I'm doing great. Glad to be here. I kind of have a funny story to tell you. I'm no kidding. I thought this was dual. I swear to God, like up until you just mentioned it, I had no idea that it was CA, the whole thing. I thought they were just warming up, doing whatever. I don't know, so that's kind of a little different because I've only done 1 or 2 of these matchups. And, you know, it's awesome to know that South America's got a good little community going on and that we can sort of be a part of bringing this to the fans. So this is awesome.
Well, yeah, and honestly, in order to really find out anything about this league, you really need to be fluent in Spanish, because we've been hunting around, you know, looking for brackets and things like that. And while there is a pretty strong South American community, it's kind of hard to find info unless, of course, you speak the language. So, yeah, this will be Clan Arena, and we're going to see a great set of teams. And I have to say, there's a nice little community here, and I usually, you know, all the focus seems to be on North America. Everyone's focusing on North America, but tonight, the boys from south of the border, they're going to be able to let us in on what they got. I'm looking forward to it, man. I mean, I'm not really up on all the teams, but hey, Quake Live is Quake Live, and a great shot is a great shot. Doesn't matter who's pulling the trigger.
I agree with you 100%. And you know, there's been some good talent to come from South America. You know, in the past, like I can remember back in QuakeCon 2002, actually a famous player from down south, Fist One, had some very close games with Fatality. Went on to have like a really good sort of career as one of these players. Of course, Flame, you know, from Mexico. Of course, it's debatable where you want to put them with that, but they played in a lot of those tournaments. So they have their own little established organization and great little news sites and tournaments, you know, just like we do up here and in Europe, and sort of our global perspective on it as well. So it's good to be supporting these guys. I think it's awesome.
Oh yeah. And one thing that really excites me is that when they first contacted us, we were hearing that these were semifinals, but then we later learned, in fact, this is going to be the quarterfinals we're going to be covering. And I've been working with the admin of this league, Demo, and basically trying to do what we can to bring as much of this, what's left of this tournament out to the masses. So we've worked out some times where I don't know what your availability is going to be, Wheat, but at least myself or Jahar will be able to bring pretty much the remainder of these matches. We're going to try to stream out every single last one until we get to the grand finals, guys. So tonight's going to be a nice pair of quarterfinals matches, and then we've got you know, some more Clan Arena action. We're going to keep posting that schedule. I've got most of it finalized, but we're going to try to bring that out to everyone. So I think we're going to see some F3s here because I've let them know that we are ready to go. And I'm really excited here because, you know, hey, first of all, it's a first. Second of all, it's Quake Live. And I've been kind of missing. We've been covering a lot of duels lately on QLTV. And I always like to switch up the game types, you know? Get a little, something else in there.
I'm TDM at heart, dude. So you
I know
like this has a little bit of that flair. You know, it really is a team effort and can make a huge difference. But I think the last CA match we did was actually the USA versus Canada All-Star matchup, and that one turned out to be really, it turned out to be really entertaining at the end of the day. You know, if I go to a private island and you know I can only take one game type with me, sorry, Clan Arena, you're not my choice. But
right.
you know, it's still always fun to check out. So I'm curious to see the talent too. That might be the thing I'm most excited about, because it's not very often, you know. I gotta be honest, when was the last time you downloaded a South American player demo or TDM or Duel or etc. and checked out what the talent's like down there? So this might be sort of a I guess a window into what's going on down there, and just like how awesome their community is.
Right, and well, I've been enjoying just watching the warm-up here, and you know, definitely have great solid movement on both sides. I've already sort of noticed, we're going live here, guys. Bio boosted, for example, already hitting some great rails. So we're gonna go live in 3, and of course this is just the initial countdown. We got one more countdown to go. Here it comes, and we're gonna get this thing live right now. QET versus RKM, and we are live. It looks like they are grouping up in the cave, and looks like first blood is gonna go to the red team, which is RKM. They have a one-man up advantage, and they have taken over this room.
And let's real quick do a roster rundown. So for RKM, who is the red team, we've got Tudo, Avens, Malitu, and Savvy. And over on QET's team, who, as Grease mentioned, is down one player right now, Mesita, Kolos 41. Actually, I'm sorry, that's probably Colossal. My bad. Bio boosted and NGC Baseman. So Blue is going to go down one more guy, and right now RKM has a great advantage. We did see Malitu come around the corner, get some good damage there on one of the remaining members, and that's going to be it. The round will go to them, and Red starts out really convincing, I'd say.
Yeah, and great press by Savvy. He was the guy that went in there and got that final frag for RKM, and very aggressive, but I like how I was actually looking for maybe a little bit of a teamwork here. Oh, look at this. Almost a sweep here by QET. Yes, they do. Wow, fantastic. That's an ace.
That just goes to show, too, like how important positioning is at Clan Arena. Even at the beginning, that 5 seconds is really valuable to try to get to where you want to be and make sure that you're with your teammates. Right now, already Red suffering from that yet again, and Blue will quickly win that round. They started off kind of slow in that first round, and again, I think it had a lot to do with the positioning of it. Red had a good positioning. They took the part of the map they wanted. They had the aerial advantage. No one got stuck, which is happening right now to the Blue team. It's going back and forth here. This is exactly what we wanted to see, Grease.
Right, exactly. And that initial position, I mean, Colossal started that off, and he was triple teamed. We got one lone survivor for RKM, and that'll tie it up. Round score is 2-2.
3, 2, 1. And
wow, it's just quite a mess here.
Yeah, I agree. I'm okay though with these ties. There's obviously a lot of action right there at the beginning, and in the last couple rounds we've seen them almost force the battle instead of try to play any sort of strategic game.
Right.
For the red team, that's really worked. For RKM, that seems to really work. You mentioned Savvy. You know, Savvy's doing a great job. Of course, Tudo's on the top. He's got 5 frags. That's going to be a 6th right there as he frags one waiting to go through the teleporter. But as far as this map is concerned, I think that both teams are pretty much trying to play this one properly. You see that every CA map has that one location where a majority of people like to actually play. The rail's going to come in big on this one, and in this particular room, you know, if you have control, you should be able to win the round. And with that, red team is going to take control. They're trying to get their 4th one. It's 2 versus 2 right now, though. But Blue is going to win the round barely, with only 1 player remaining.
Ganymede, 81 health left too. And but it was a great press, nice little bit of a crossfire there that QET set up, and Baseman was the guy that sort of snuck up behind the RKM folks and was able to lay down the law. And now he's pressing in and gets another pair of frags, joined by a teammate in sort of